this, or riddle me that. Strip asylum with a stolen gap, stalking in the night like a bat. Bust your head off your shoulders, watch it roll like a boulder. Break out my knife and carve out your body till it's hollow. Cut out a piece of that pussy and swallow. I like it when my victims play hard to get. I feed off the energy and leave you with a bloodbath. Necrophilia, gorgy, yeah, don't stopping me. Look into my crazy eyes and see bloodlust as I slit your throat while busting this nut. Listen to the sounds of you dying as your brains turn to mush. I'll eat the face of you whack rappers. I'm a cynical bastard, devouring brains as your blood drains, marking it with the family L Maze with that lyrical Deathwish. What love, underground 603 represented.
I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree. I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree. I used to write love songs for this bitch, now I want her dead. I'm headed up north, I think I'll take her head. Her boyfriend don't wanna go head to head. I'm a G, known and respected. You block me cause you can't handle what I said about how your man likes to take other men to bed. I don't care if your family Illuminati, my family Juggalo, and we all got bodies. Last year I used to stress over my ex, now I got juggalettes stabbing bitches in the neck. Your boyfriend gets his asshole stretched, that's his business, just don't suck me next. I'm in Atlantic City drinking, placing bets, chopping up hookers, leave the penthouse a bloody mess. Dress like a monster, act like a monster, rip you out your car, I don't care if you have OnStar. I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree. I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree.
Fuck the NOG, we got NEC, smoking a blunt, ready for this motherfucking murder spree. Taking out my blades, ready for the blood to spray. Dropping bodies left and right with no remorse, faded into the shadows, waiting for the next victim, for the kamikaze. This is a murder spree. We ain't done until everybody is dead. Slaughtering anybody I see, ripping their throats out, spooning their eyeballs out, so I can score fuck them till I run down the street. With my crew demolishing all the fakes and the haters against me. We roll deep in the motherfucking 603. LDW and L Maze don't play when it comes down to this murder spree. So you better watch your backs before we hack your bitch ass up.
I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree. I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree. Nobody's off limits, women or children. It's 4 o'clock a.m., time to start killing. You ain't hard if you have an infant. I'll take them out the crib, cut them up with a pair of scissors. You're not a killer, you're the type to play the victim. You're the one that dies first in a horror film. I'm killing pregnant bitches and perform abortions. I'll rip you out your coffin and then I'll sell your organs. I can have you stabbed by a midget in face paint. Get a job, bitch, you're always lying about the same things. You're not a socialite, you messed up, right? Everybody passed you, now you're out of sight. You're a waste of life, and Lucifer's like me and my juggalo stalk in the middle of the night. I'll put 10 grand on your boyfriend's head, and there's some killers in Boston will probably collect. I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree. I can tell you about the birds and the bees, and what happens when you smoke these trees. I can tell you about NEG, but I'll keep it to myself and go on a murder spree.